Florida is the one place where you can start out a walk like this and finish your walk dressed like this. In just 47 minutes, it went from being cold enough to need my jacket and my hat to just wearing a tank top. Welcome to Florida.
That's what's bad in vegetable oil.
So Luke pointed out that foods are drugs.
Because they become addicting.
And the point I think I'm trying to make to everybody is food in the current state that you buy it in the store, for the most part, if it's not on the outer aisles of the shelves, yes, they are drugs. They're chemically designed to hook you and to get your pleasure center going. And if you're motivated by dopamine kicks a lot more than you probably want to be, that's a very tough thing to fight, along with other pleasure-invoking addictions. It's a good thing that we do here to try to learn to find a way to get our bodies off of these drugs that the food manufacturers actually have us on.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
So here it is, today's Thanksgiving, and I had a hard time deciding what I was going to do today, because we always go to my father-in-law's house on Thanksgiving every year. That's what Katie and I have been doing. And there's always going to be some really good food there. There's going to be a lot of food that I can't eat and I shouldn't eat. But food is a part of what this family does when they get together. First of all, you know, it's half Italian, so there's a lot of food is going to be a part of the merriment. And it's actually almost offensive not to partake in food when it's going on. But thankfully, I think they're used to the fact that I'm doing an all-meat diet now. So, and they may have even made accommodations for me, but they haven't told me. And I like to be prepared for whatever the situation is. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and make myself a couple of ribeyes, and I'm also going to have one of the New York strip steaks that I had from yesterday, because these ribeyes are a little thinner than some of the ones I've been having. And I'm going to do my one meal a day concept today. I'm still hesitant because I really want to leave it open to be able to eat with them, but I just don't want to trust that they're going to have something there that's on the menu for me. And this is the hard thing that you have to face when you're on a diet like this, is trying to figure out how to weigh your social obligations with your needs to eat and your desire to do it right. But I want to have plenty of energy for the event itself, and I want to be able to feel like I'm full while I'm there, so I'm not tempted to eat, because I know there's going to be a lot of garbage food there that is very easy just to pick it up and go. So yeah, I'm gonna eat a very good meal before we leave, and see how it goes. I'll let you know how it goes after. This is the kind of stuff I gotta deal with when I come anywhere with family. Caramel chocolate brownies.
I can't eat them either. Mom won't let me. I've already eaten like half the shrimp, so.
Yeah.
Well, at least shrimp is okay for you, at least. You know, on my diet, it's even more restricted. But when you see stuff like that, it's just wrong.
Just incorrectly.
I made it through the Thanksgiving buffet of sugar that they had over there and didn't have any of it. And now that I'm home, I'm glad, because I can have some Carnivore crisps, and that'll help me overcome all the cravings I fought tonight. The funny thing is that every time I thought about eating something, I could almost taste it in my mouth, and I remembered not liking that taste anymore from the times that I've experimented in the recent past. Things like peanut butter don't taste good to me anymore. And baked goods, all I can taste is the flour. So it was able to turn me off enough to not be worried about it while I was there. But it was still uncomfortable socially, like I was excluding myself and making others feel uncomfortable or something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. It's the best I can do to live with it and get through it. But I really am enjoying the one meal a day. That's working out great. All right, well, here it is, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. And I have yesterday's remaining ribeye and New York strip steak that I'm going to continue on my one meal a day. Today I have made it until just after 12 noon before I decided to eat, which is really amazing because yesterday was Thanksgiving and I didn't eat much last night except for some Carnivore crisps. And oh my God, they were so good. You should have seen I should have recorded it. I just couldn't stop eating them. They were huge chips of meat that had just ripples of fat going down them. Just, oh, so delicious. Anyway, this is gonna be my one meal today. Ribeye and a New York strip steak. So I'm gonna get started on those. They should already be salted and ready if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, there's salt on there. All right, so here we go. We're gonna have 7 minutes on one side, 7 minutes on the other, and be ready to eat soon. I even got a little ribeye left from yesterday that I didn't eat out of the two packs of 2 ribeyes and 1 New York strip steak. So this should be enough. So here I am on what I think is day 15. It's the second Saturday since I started. I just can't remember if I started doing 1 meal a day on a Friday or a Saturday. I'd have to go back and look. But what I can tell you is it's an extremely cold November morning, and 1 meal a day has been working out great for over 2 weeks now. It's amazing how fast it goes by once you get started doing something. But it's so much more convenient to be able to get all this done in one shot every day. So anyway, I got 2 ribeyes coming out for today, and that's gonna be my 1 meal today. And at some point, I'm hoping to have internet back up and running like I should, so that I can be putting up videos like the way I had planned to all along. But so many things change over the course of time, and having to learn to operate this way has become a bit of a learning experience on some other options on ways to present this information to you and to share my journey with you, and to hopefully encourage you to keep pushing on forward with your plans to make yourself the best you can be. Here at Walmart, I'm going to tell you, this is one of the best things I've found. I don't know how it comes up so much lower, but lately when I come in and ask for the price of these things on the day of their freshness date, they're marking them down about 70%. And that's pretty tough to pass up, so it's worth the extra effort to come down and scope out your food. And today I was thinking about popping in a couple of these delicious ribeyes that I got on sale from Sam's Club, marked down 20% off from their regular price, because I got them on the day that they were supposed to be frozen or sold. So that's a good way for you to save some money. And by the way, I mean, look at, sometimes the markdowns aren't as great. Like here from Walmart, I got this one marked down from $14.97 a pound to $9.43 a pound. So I wound up saving $6.65 and paying $11.31. But in that case, it looks like I got about 30% off. And then on this, it went from $18.23 to $7.84. Same store, same Walmart. And you're talking about 70% off. So it's almost like they did the opposite in the pricing. But I certainly didn't complain. But since I didn't make the ribeyes today, as much as I'd still want to, because I love my ribeyes, this is a day where I've got to do a little bit of cleanup. I pointed out the porterhouse that I had go from $17.90 to $11.31. But I also have 2 bits of ribeye left over from Save-A-Lot steak that I bought at $6.99 a pound, and ribeye. Not nearly as good as the Sam steak, but not bad. And none of these are as good as the grass-fed, grass-finished cow meat. But I got to say, I am surprised at how quickly, Katie mentioned this yesterday, that we've adjusted back to grain-fed meat very well. For the past 2 months before this meat really kind of ran out, we were eating nothing but grass-fed, grass-finished beef, and we noticed a huge difference. But it didn't spoil us to the point that we couldn't go back to eat grain-fed when we didn't have any grass-fed available. Because the place I get my meat, they hang the meat for 3 weeks. It takes us a little longer to get the cow. So I've learned that 2 people were able to live off of that cow for 2 straight months. Now she eats about half as much meat as I do because she still eats some other things. She's getting better at removing processed food from her diet, and she's going for more of a keto type diet or a whole foods friendly diet. Whereas every time I've tried to add anything back, for the most part, I have some resistance. I do great with beef, and but every time I stray away from it, I wind up regretting it, even trying my forays into dairy with cheese and butter. So I've completely removed cheese again, and I'm down to occasional butter with some coffee in the morning, especially when it's been cold like it has. But it's hard to say if it's helping or hurting. That's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna heat up this hodgepodge of stuff, and I've got some ground beef left over that I wanna heat up. So I've got my hands full this morning, and I just wanted to share with you that OMAD is still working great. Made it through day number 15 without any trouble. Ate a little earlier yesterday than I wanted to, but it kept me going all through the day. And honestly, I'm not really ready to eat right now. I just want to get things moving today. And this is the first step. Well, I got somebody out here working on running cable, it looks like. So they are here to install the cable in the street itself. They're running all the way from there's a box down here that's on this property right across from where my finger is, and they're running a cable down to that spot where I have that paint in the ground so that there can be cable run to this property. And then the next step is going to be the cable provider coming out and hooking it up to the house here. But it's so exciting to see the cable actually being installed. Oh wow, what a big day. What is today? November something. I don't even know what day it is. All right, we've got some meat ready here. We're doing 1 meal a day. So I've made it right until 11:45 in the morning. These have been sitting for about 10 minutes. So I made it almost till noon today. I've been wanting to eat something since I woke up. These bees are coming for this meat. I swear, they think the fat is honey. They act like it is anyway. So those 2 ribeyes are for Katie and I, and then I got 1 more ribeye for myself. That'll be ready in a few minutes. And there goes my, bees, get out of here. All right, well, anyway, that's today's 1 meal. What I am doing today is let's see, what time is it? It's 10:41. We've got to leave to go pick up Levi from my mother's vacation place up in an area about 2 hours from here. So I didn't want to eat yet. I want to try to eat afternoon. So I have just finished making and letting sit 2 ribeyes that I have ready to go. And for a trip like this, you know, I mean, a lot of times I eat these without even cutting them up. I just bite into them and take them like that. But when I'm going to be driving, I want to be able to eat them. So I have to turn this into this. A portable container of ready to eat meat. Sweet. All right, we'll see you on the road. So here I am at my mom's vacation place, and I'm about done with all this meat. I still got a little bit left, but I am getting full, and it's already 1:30. I am surprised that I've waited this long to eat, and I'm still already getting full before I finish these 2 steaks. So I'm going to try to press on and see if I need to eat this much every day. But for now, I'm going to see how well it does to get me through to tomorrow afternoon. Look at this kid. I'm going to tell you, Levi is just, he loves 80s movies. And he watched Rocky with us over the past few weeks, the Rocky 1 through 3. We're needing to watch 4, but after watching what he said here just now, I realized we got to go watch Rocky 4 later. What was that you just told me?
I'm Rocky.
You're Rocky?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. As corny as it sometimes seems to follow some of these hero type situations in movies, I remember watching a YouTube video or a movie that was out there, an independently made documentary called Chuck Norris versus Communism. And it's a story of how Romania basically gained an independent spirit within the people just from watching like Rambo and Rocky movies and realizing that people could overcome their circumstances and be stronger and defeat the dragons in their life. So anyway, this is the morning of day 19 of 1 meal a day, and I'm really enjoying the change of just eating once a day. Now granted, I do occasionally have a snack on Carnivore crisps, but that's getting easier for me not to need as I'm eating later and later in the day. I'm not having those cravings as much at night. So 1 meal a day is helping in several ways. Like one, helping to control cravings, but also to feel full at all times, to have more time to do the things that I would like to do, to get done around the house, to get done as far as getting this lot prepared, basically just to do what life requires, you know. And gosh, I got so many more things I'd like to be able to talk to you guys about, but I'm trying to keep these videos focused on one thing at a time, because I can get all over the place if I don't. So we're just gonna keep sticking with OMAD for a little while until my internet is complete. It's nice to see that it's really coming together now, because I feel like I'm gonna be able to really get back to focusing on all the different things that I wanted to do with this channel. And I'm gonna keep doing the walk and talks if that's as popular as they have been. So I'm looking forward to seeing the near future how it's gonna work out. And I'll be back to report to you guys then, but just want to be able to encourage you one more day. Keep pressing on towards your goal. And I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?